kind of don't have to think about it. The only thing I have to think about is like the recovery aspect, nutrition, and yeah, like staying healthy.
And so what would like a week what would a week look like in a training and like an average week?
So right now, well, I guess not right now. The middle of training might look something like this. Like a Monday would be a rest day for me. Tuesday is usually something easy between 8 and 12 miles. Wednesday is usually like our speed day where we're doing something, some kind of like fartlek workout, which fartlek just stands for speed play in Swedish. So it might be like 3 minutes hard, 2 minutes easy for 10 rounds with a warm up and a cool
Okay.
down in front of that and in back of that. Thursday is a cross training day. I'll hop on the bike or like get under the kettlebells. Friday is another easy run that could be 8 to 12 miles. Saturday and Sundays are usually exciting. Not this last Saturday, the Saturday before, I had like a 26-mile training run, which for most people, like, going out and running a marathon is tough enough. But
That's yeah, that's the event they're training for, man.
yeah, so
Most of the times.
yeah, I think it was like 3,500 feet of elevation, 26 miles. Went out and
Wow.
crushed that on a Saturday, and only to have the next day be a 2 hour training run. So, yeah, keeping the
That's
legs moving.
wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
putting in the
And
miles
so
on the
how
weekends for
important is
sure.
Monday? How
Um,
how important is Monday for you?
so I noticed that like as the training block goes on, like my ability to run more and more is growing. So like Monday is like I'm oftentimes like, man, I could get out and do some miles right now. Like I just want to like move my legs. Yeah, yeah, because I'm just like
Yeah.
an energetic person as it is. But I've learned with the experience in the gym and training, like to just take a day because like that day
Yeah.
is just as important as like the 26-mile training run.
Yeah.
So like, yeah,
100%.
that comes with the territory is learning how to recover because, like I said, I oftentimes have trouble with that.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, like I think that a lot of people might get discouraged early on because they might try to do too much right
Yes,
away.
yes,
And I think that, like you said, as you build up your tolerance for the training, you know, you start to feel better and your ability to handle those training loads increases as well. And so I think where a lot of people might get injured or they might experience that like negative effect of overtraining per se is when they try to ramp up too quickly.
exactly.
And so I think if people try to, be ambitious, but spread out that goal, push it a little further back, so
Absolutely.
that you don't kill yourself the first
I go by
try to
a
run
rule. A
26 miles
rule
the
of
first
thumb is
weekend.
like not to increase your training by more than 10% per week. Like if you're starting
Yeah,
out running, 2 miles a week, well, let's say you start out running 5 miles a week. The next week, you really only want to add a half mile to that, maybe 5.5. Next week, 6,
hmm
and just progressively work up. 5 years ago, like I said, I was running a mile a day, and
hmm
that was an accomplishment for me. Like that was
yeah,
huge. That was like amazing. I couldn't believe this. Um,
yeah,
and now it's turned into me running these like my PR right now for weekly mileage is 113 miles.
that's insane, man. And you're feeling good, and you're feeling good on the off days as well. And so
Absolutely.
that's a big thing, man. I think I don't know what your opinion on this is, but in terms of like you see in professional sports, it's a bit different, but like load management. And now it's starting to get into the youth culture of sports where like coaches when you're 15 years old are load managing or 18 years old you're load managing. I don't think what do you think about that kind of stuff?
So I don't think you need to worry about that until you're like actually pushing yourself. Like, I mean, I think that like for obviously the 1% of 1% of like actual professional athletes, like, yeah, they maybe need to load, like have a load management, someone telling them like maybe you shouldn't push too hard, you need to recover here, recover there. But like for us regular people, like most people aren't pushing themselves hard enough to have to, manage the load. I mean, obviously, like
Yeah,
your body has tweaks and you get injured here and there, and like you have to listen to your body in those circumstances. But unless you're injured or like you're feeling overtrained, like keep pushing. Like there's no
Yeah.
reason to try to like over engineer this thing. Like if you're feeling good and you feel like you can get out and run more, like go run more. You're feeling like you can put more weight on the bar, like go ahead, get out and get after it.